Tips for eating a plant-based diet. What are the health benefits of a plant-based diet for you? Tips for eating a vegan diet should take into consideration your current health status. Ask yourself why you would like to switch to a vegan-based diet. To make the most out of any new diet, it is important to appreciate there may be pros and cons of a plant-based diet. A brief insight into what you can find in this article. Number 1. Pros and cons of a plant-based diet. Health benefits of a plant-based diet. Number 2. Can you tailor a plant-based diet? Number 3. Health conditions which benefit the most from a vegan-style diet. Number 4. 2 simple health benefits of a plant-based diet. Number 5. Tips for eating a plant-based diet and health benefits of a plant-based diet. Number 6. How to save money with plant-based foods. Number 7. Eco-friendly and plant-based kids. Number 8. How to get kids involved in the health benefits of a plant-based diet. Number 9. Why is it so important we teach kids about the pros and cons of a plant-based diet? The planet's resources are part of the pros and cons of a plant-based diet. Number 11. Is it easy to get children interested in a plant-based lifestyle? Number 12. Final conclusion of the pros and cons of a plant-based diet. Pros and cons of a plant-based diet. Health benefits of a plant-based diet. Are there some health conditions which benefit more from a vegan-based diet? Just like any other diet, there are some pros and cons of a plant-based diet. For instance, one of the cons of a plant-based diet is that you may have to add some supplements to your diet on a permanent basis. Most who enjoy a plant-only diet will need to take a probiotics supplement. An alternative to probiotics is to add kefir to your diet. The health benefits of a kefir mean you add extra calcium to your diet and also vital probiotics. Calcium is often lacking in most versions of a vegan or plant-based diet. B12 is another vitamin which you may have to add as a supplement, and many women will have to consider taking an iron tablet. Can you tailor a plant-based diet? The many health benefits of a vegan diet include the ease you can tailor your diet to suit your health condition. Should you have the misfortune to suffer from prostate problems, there are plenty of plant foods which you can add to your diet. Tips for eating a plant-based diet for prostate cancer includes adding red fruits to your diet. Pomegranates can really help to improve your prostate health, and a vegetable that we seldom eat these days, beetroot, can be a real game changer. Papaya is another fruit you should add to your daily diet. It is just packed with antioxidants. Other conditions which can benefit from a tailor-made plant-based diet also include Candida albicans, thrush, arthritis, and Crohn's disease. All too often, we also ignore the effect a plant diet can have on our skin. The health benefits of a plant-based diet even apply to our canine friends. Health conditions which benefit the most from a vegan-style diet. Would you like some tips when it comes to switching to a plant-based diet? It is not easy to change your diet, and when it comes to choosing a plant-based style diet which is right for you, it may even be trickier. Plant-based diets for arthritis often include the advice to add more fruit and vegetables to your diet. However, are all fruits good for arthritis? No, they are not, and there are some fruits such as oranges you should stay away from when you suffer arthritis. Sleep apnea is another condition which can be improved with the right plant-based diet. Grains can help a great deal, and if you do suffer sleep apnea, you should add different grains to your diet. 2 simple health benefits of a plant-based diet. Do you suffer frequent attacks of thrush or Candida albicans? We are often told that diet and thrush are not linked and that it is antibiotics which cause thrush. If that is the case, why does cutting out sugar reduce the frequency of thrush attacks? Sugar and sugar derivatives have strong links to the overgrowth of Candida in the body. Crohn's disease could be better controlled if we introduced more nuts and sprouts to our diet. Something so simple as adding flax seeds to your diet could help a great deal. Tips for eating a plant-based diet and health benefits of a plant-based diet. What should I do if I would like to switch to a plant-based diet? With the right advice, it is now easier than ever to switch to a vegan-style diet. You can do so in 10 easy steps. Number 1. What are the pros and cons of a plant-based diet for me? If you are serious about switching to a plant-based diet, it must mean you would like to make some health improvements in your life. Sit down and have a think about what they are and make a list of pros and cons. Make sure you are actually dedicated to switching to a plant-based diet before you start throwing everything out of your larder. Number 2. Why go plant-based? Are you still searching for a reason why you should go vegan? Not everybody goes plant-based because they believe a vegan diet is better for them. Some switch because they do not believe in eating animals, and others switch to a plant-based diet for environmental reasons. Number 3. What are the plant-based diet benefits for me? If you are into sports or if you are an athlete, you may want to consider the reasons for switching a little bit more. Do you have any special dietary requirements at the moment, and can you compensate for them on a plant-based diet? If you have high energy requirements, you want to make sure you can still manage your career when eating a vegan diet. What are the problems with switching to a plant-based diet? It is no good sticking your head in the sand and pretending everything is going to be okay. Do you have what it takes to change your diet? Number 5. Find a plant-based diet meal plan. If you are not used to cooking and eating plant foods, you should make sure you can find a suitable plant-based diet meal plan. Number 6. What are the benefits of a plant-based diet? Ask yourself why a plant-based diet is better for you. Are you interested in just eating plant-based foods, or would you like to adopt a new diet lifestyle? Perhaps you would like to go foraging for food. Number 7. What is the difference between a plant-based diet versus vegan? A plant-based diet is not necessarily the same as a vegan diet. Some people still choose to eat certain things like fish and cheese. Are vegans healthier than carnivores? Although most vegans are healthier than carnivores, it does not mean you are going to be. Unless you are fully committed, you may end up eating a less healthy diet. Number 9. Can I still eat fast food and ready-made food? Sure, there are plenty of plant fast foods and ready-made foods out there, but are they any healthier than meat-based convenience foods? Maybe not. Number 10. Do I have to change my entire lifestyle to go plant-based, and what is a plant-based diet? You may not have to, but many who are interested in a plant-based diet often grow their own herbs and vegetables. A diet based on plants does not mean that you only eat green foods. It is much more flexible, and you can add other foods like fish. What are the ultimate tips for eating a plant-based diet? The ultimate tips to enjoy the health benefits of a plant-based diet are to learn how to become more flexible with your diet. Don't eat the same fruit and vegetables all of the time. Seasonal eating is vital when you add a lot of vegan foods to your diet. Why? The reason is simple. Seasonal foods are much richer in nutrients than imported foods or foods that have been transported over long distances. How to save money with plant-based foods? Can a diet derived from plants save you money? We have all sorts of personal reasons to want to embark on a plant-based diet. Saving money is another common reason for changing your diet and adding more whole food plant-based recipes. Should you be fortunate enough to grow a lot of your own fruit and vegetables, you can save a lot of money when sticking to a plant-based eating plan. Make up a vegan shopping list on a budget and compare it to your normal shopping list. More and more people are trying to become self-sufficient, and with a plant-based lifestyle, it is easier to do just that. Even if you have relatively a small space, you can grow a lot of plant foods. If there are just two of you, there is even a chance a small garden or a terrace can produce a lot of the food which you would need on a daily basis. It is a matter of planning and finding out what works for you. A huge amount of vegetables and fruits are just as much home in pots as in the ground. Don't forget about growing sprouts. They may not initially look like much, but they are packed with nutritional compounds which other plants can't produce. As a matter of fact, sprouts are more than likely the food of the future for many of us. Eco-friendly and plant-based kids. Did you know that kids who eat a plant-based diet are much more likely to be interested in the environment and an eco-friendly lifestyle? Not only that, but kids who enjoy a plant-based diet are healthier. Remember, plant-based diet protein is vital for kids. How to get kids involved in the health benefits of a plant-based diet. Kids love getting involved, and if you have kids, you should always get them involved when stocking your plant-based larder. They will just love to help you out with your cooking as well. Preparing and cooking their own meals give kids a real sense of achievement. You may want to create a plant-based diet grocery list with your kids. Plant-based grocery list will let your kids have an immediate input into what they eat. Perhaps you could even let them create their plant-based diet sample menu. There are many reasons why we should teach our children about a healthy lifestyle. The overuse of meat and additives have for many years been behind many of the health problems we face today. Prepare a plant-based diet sample menu and compare the nutritional values. Diabetes type 2 is one of the biggest health challenges in our modern culture. It may sound a bit funny speaking about culture, but in fact, we have a certain food culture today. We simply can't continue to eat the way we are eating, and if we teach children about the health benefits of a plant-based diet, we are all likely to become healthier. However, diabetes is not the only health problem caused by our current food culture. Heart disease can also be traced back to our diet. We simply have too much fat in our diet, and the food we produce at the moment is focused on filling up our stomachs, not giving us adequate nutrition to live. Once again, if we teach the children about eating for health, future generations should become healthier. The planet's resources are part of the pros and cons of a plant-based diet. Why is it so important we teach kids about the pros and cons of a plant-based diet? Yes, that is true. The planet does not have limited resources, and the way we are living at the moment is using them all up. A vegan diet would not only reduce waste, it would reduce pollution. Any leftover produce or growing mediums are easy to use again. In other words, everything is being recycled all of the time. On top of that, Plants produce oxygen, which helps to make the entire planet healthier. There is a lot beyond the health benefits of a vegan diet. It may not be immediately obvious, but more and more leading voices around the globe believe we need to eat a plant foods to save our last resources. Just another reason to teach children about an alternative diet and come up with some ideas to get them interested. Is it easy to get children interested in a plant-based lifestyle? At first, it may seem that it is not easy to get children involved, but in fact, nothing could be easier. They would just love to spend time with you in the kitchen and work in the garden. It is a great way of spending time together, and you will love your time together. We have lost a lot of family unity in recent years, and a plant-based lifestyle is the perfect way to bring it all back. Maybe you can even go foraging together and discover that food does not always have to cost you money. A healthy green lifestyle is about so much more than a healthy diet. Final conclusion of the pros and cons of a plant-based diet. We can spend all day talking about the health benefits of a plant-based lifestyle. But unless you do something about it, you are never going to know all the pros and cons of a plant-based lifestyle. Sure, health benefits of a plant-based diet are well known. However, once you know all of the tips for eating a plant-based diet, you will realize that there is a lot more to a plant-based lifestyle. The more you discover, the more interested you will become and realize how much there is to learn. Will you ever be done exploring? Maybe not, and that is what is so exciting.